This is the amazing team I've been working around the clock for.
Well, the birds and the pigs are at it again, but this time they have to join forces in Angry Birds 2. Seems there's a third island that's lobbing giant ice balls, threatening their entire civilization. I know, it sounds ridiculous, based on the very, very popular video game. But joining us right now is one of the voice talents of Silver, the ever so talented Rachel Bloom. Rachel?
Hi, Jeff.
Good morning to you from Las Vegas.
Good morning. Oh, you're on my time zone. Great.
Well, let's talk about Angry Birds 2. Let's do an old-fashioned interview question. Tell me about your character.
Well, I play Silver, and she is basically an engineering genius of a bird. And she really believes in working together. The best idea wins. It's not about ego, and she clashes a lot with Red, who has a lot of ego.
So can you remember the time and place, the first time they showed you the character of Silver? Where was that?
Well, it was when John Cohen, the producer, pitched the character to me, and I loved her because she's not only working in a STEM field, she's also very unapologetically herself and very unapologetically feminine. She has these braided pigtails and is a mix of many things that I think that women are taught. You can't be feminine and have your hair cute, but also be good at science and math. Like, it's a lot. And so she's very much a modern woman bird. And that made me very happy, and I see a lot of myself in her. And then I met a full-grown character version of her when I did press a couple weeks ago, and it was thrilling to hug myself.
Now, a lot of actors tell me when they see their character for the first time, the voice starts coming through, the personality. So what did you draw upon for Silver?
Myself at 11. I was really, I've always been really interested in science, but especially when I was 11, you know, when you're that age, that kind of plucky, earnest belief in yourself, even when people are taking you down, which is what middle school is and what some of this movie is. So I really drew on that.
Great question, Mike. Well, how about that it's very easily able to withstand the pull of 18,000 more kilos than any other string known to bird kind, or pig kind for that matter.
So take me through a typical recording session for Silver.
Typical recording session is I get in the studio alone, I read with the director, or sometimes I'll just take a line and do it 3 different ways, 3 times. It's literally all about what you're giving sonically, and so there's a lot of play, but you're kind of improvising with yourself. You're playing with yourself.
Now, a lot of actors tell me when they do voiceover work and they do animated features like this, it's a different experience for them because they're really reacting to nothing. They have to create a character and a situation from the script out of thin air.
Yeah, I mean, you're reacting to, you really have to use your imagination, especially if you're being loose in a scene and you're giving different reactions. You have to react off of what you imagine the other person sounds like, and you really just have to put yourself into the situation.
So when you record Silver for Angry Birds 2, do you do it alone or do you get to interact with the other cast members?
No, never. Not one time. I just hung out with Jason for the first time a couple weeks ago doing press. It is truly, the thing is, it's such an all-star cast. I mean, there's so many wildly famous people in this cast. If you tried to get people in the same room, you couldn't. It's people all over the world. I mean, Nicki Minaj is in this movie. Like, so the only way you get casts for animated movies like this is if you record just one-on-one in a studio.
Now, I've tried playing Angry Birds. It's just not for me. Were you required to play the game to do the voice?
Was not required. I've tried playing it. I'm abysmally bad, and so it's nice to be vicariously living through a character who can play the game very well.
And finally today, Rachel, I want to tell you a quick little story. My best buddy in the world, Tony Toscano, he's the film critic in Salt Lake City. He had open heart surgery last year, and he came through with flying colors, his triple bypass. But one thing he told me when I talked to him in the hospital a lot, he binge watched My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, and he would not stop talking about that show. So every time I hear your name now or I see that show, I think how you helped my best friend get through a tough time, and I just wanted to thank you for that.
Oh my God, that's so lovely. That means a lot to me to hear, and I'm so glad that he's doing well.
Well, they say laughter is the best medicine, and it definitely is. Rachel, thank you so much for talking to me today, and good luck with Angry Birds 2. I saw it. It's hysterical. Thank you so much. Come visit us in Las Vegas, too. We'd love to have you.
Great. I love Vegas, so that's easy.
All right, you can catch Angry Birds 2 in theaters now, and for more reviews and interviews, just surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. I'm Jeffrey K. Howard in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.